Hey everybody, today we are going to be making some chicken pot pie and some chicken rice soup. This recipe for the chicken pot pie I got off of Vanessa White Randomness. It is such a really good recipe. I think it's actually going to be a keeper, and my daughter liked it and everybody else liked it. Ethan does not like chicken pot pie. So you got your rotisserie chicken, chop up your onion. I think it was half an onion or one onion, or maybe I just did one onion. Or I went by cups, I'm not sure. But in the recipe, I'll link it down below. Chopping onions, chopping onions. Your butter, it called for a lot of butter unless I just didn't measure properly. Maybe like half a cup or quarter cup. I don't know. It looks like half a cup. But it was a lot. After it melted down a bit, I ended up taking one of those chunks out because it just felt like a lot of butter. And it was fine. I had no issues taking some of that butter out. And add your onions. Let them cook for a little bit. Then you're going to add your flour, so you get your roux, cook that down. I think it only said for like 30 seconds or something like that. But it was quick. And then adding your broth. And after that all got nice and creamy, added in your spices. I can't remember off the top of my head, but again, I'll link the recipe down below what the spices were. You'll have it in the recipe. Give that a good mix. You know what, I'm missing some footage. I had some footage that actually showed all my cups measured out and the spices all measured out. I don't know where it went. Maybe I wasn't even recording. Now I'm confused. Anyways, this recipe does make enough for 2 pot pies. I was really surprised when she said that it made 2 pot pies, but it actually does. I ended up adding more chicken because it just felt, just looked a bit runny to me, so I added a lot more chicken than what the recipe actually called for. And there's your frozen veggies. I think it was 1 cup. There you go, just mix it around. You see it's still saucy, so I ended up adding more chicken, like I already mentioned. And there you go, scoop it all in. It actually smelled really good cooking. And you just have to use the ready-made pie shells. I think that's what the recipe called for anyways. If you make your own pie shell, awesome. I don't have the patience for it. And then I also used the Pillsbury ready-made pie crust for the top because you get 2 in a package. So all you have to do is just unroll it and stick it on top. put it in the oven. You want to whisk up an egg and give it a nice little brush with your egg wash. And there it is out of the oven. I let it cool for a bit. Look at that, it was so good. I think I ate like half of it. Not all at one time, but yeah, I think in the one I ate like half the pie. And then with the next day, with the leftover chicken, just made some soup. So there's just the broth. Put your carcass in there. The legs were still attached. I didn't take the meat off of that. Celery, carrots, onion, bay leaves, and my vegeta, garlic. I think I just threw everything in there. Some green seasoning, probably oregano, green onions. And then once it's all cooked down, I take all that stuff out. The carrots I'm going to chop up and stick them back in there. I think it probably takes about an hour. I don't do like that whole day of cooking down the broth and the bones. Stick in a cup of rice. I use that boreal rice, and I shred up the chicken and stick everything back in there. And I'm just using this diced vegetable mix that we got from Loblaws, and it was so good. I like to squeeze some lemon in mine. And everybody enjoyed it, especially this guy. I don't know what he's pulling out. Pieces of the chicken. Just eating the chicken. Anyways, that's what was for dinner. Thanks so much for watching.